Okay, hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. We are going to see how we can improve this design. For some people, they would say design is not that bad or it's good, but let's see how we can just probably have a different perspective or watch through it. So, before we start doing any editing or any designs, I want just to give it analysis. So, I think we should be doing more of analysis also to see how what we can draw from the designs, the lessons we can draw from the designs, previous designs, and what we come about or a different perspective. So first of all, looking at this design, you could see it's like very chunky. You're having a lot of things like going on, like, and there's no like space to breathe. It's just having the whole different font combination, different like the hierarchies, they are not much of a different, like the when it comes to contrast with fonts or contrast with text or contrast with pictures, with colors, with text, they are not too much and they are just there. And choice of colors like green used for fast food doesn't really add up. So if you are designing, most times you should try and convey what the brand you are convey or the idea you are trying to convey. It's a fast food. When you're talking about fast food, you use either yellow, which yellow is actually here, either yellow on red, yellow or red, something like that. So within those colors, that makes it look spicy. So the more spicy it looks, the more attractive it actually looks. Or the more red it looks, the more. So I'm not saying green doesn't fit into designs when it comes to food consumptions and stuff like that, but it's more like a way friendly, how like more of a friendly kind of way. You understand? If you actually understand, you if you do more designs or you understand color theory, you actually understand what I'm talking about. So that's just one thing I'm actually observing from here, and it's a lot of different fonts having you're having like one font here, another font here, another font is different. This font is also different. Yeah, I think so. It's the same with this section. Yes, this font is different, then this font is different, then another font again, then you still have another font. So you have like 5 to 6 fonts currently on just the design. I'm also covering the contact details. Yeah, it's actually different fonts also. So we are going to be making use of just two fonts, two max three. So I just don't want to say two and just two. So 2 to 3 fonts and see how our design can improve. So let's just go straight into it. So I have images that I got from FreePix. If you want to get those images, I will also try and drop them in a Google doc, so or a Google Drive, so you can be able to access those images that I use for this design. So let's get into it. I do not have a color palette now, but let me just show you a very quick way you can also generate colors using the internet. So let's go to our internet. Let's go to pigment shapefactory.co or .co. Now we can come here. Okay, I like some combinations I'm seeing here. I think I'll come back to this. No, just leave that for now. So you click on the search and you click on food, or you click on fast food, and you can search. So now you have fast food. We are talking, if you go back to the design, you see we are talking here about burgers, we're talking about wings, so we're talking about anything kind of spicy combinations like that. So you could see here we're working with two colors here. We can also work with the green and yellow, but in this is a different tint or a different shade of green. And we also have yellow and brown. So yeah, I think I like this. I do like this of yellow and brown, having that kind of combination, and then we'll have other combinations here. So you can from here generate different color palettes, and when you click on it, you get the color palettes that have been supplied to you. So I think we will go with let's go with the yellow and brown. I think this is good, or the green. So let's just choose one. Let me just go with the yellow and green. And let's stick to what the guy used for a different shade of it. So you click on it, you click on the brighter one, or the brightest, if you want to say, and the more white, and then you could let's create a shape here, and we double click here and then we paste the hex code, and that's one of the greens. So we duplicate that by holding Alt and drag. Then we go back to here, click here, and copy the hex code, come to this place, double click, paste it, and OK. So that's the darker part. Then let's do that for the next one. So select the two of them, and you click and drag, so we can have for the yellow. And we go back, sorry, bright one, select that, double click, paste, enter, and you here come to this place, click and paste and keep. Good. So now we have this tool. Now we want to use the blend tool to create the rest of the colors that we want to be using. So the other shades in between, two shades in between. So we can either go to object, we can go to blend, and go to make blend. The shortcut is Alt Control B or Control Alt B, something like that. So we click on it, and now we have the shade. So but it's working like a gradient instead, but we don't want that. We want the colors to be divided, sorry, not gradient. So this is the blend tool here. In case you can't find it, you change it to Essential Classic from here, and then specified steps, we choose 2, and we have 2 colors in between them. We also do that same thing for it, long shortcut Control Alt B, and we double click on our blend, change it to specified steps and 2, and enter, hide this. So this is what we have. We can go here, expand, and so that they can be individual. You can ungroup them by, then you can move them individually if you want to, but I just want them to be grouped so they stay. So now what we can do here is we can add this to our swatches. So come swatch here, we can just click on this and it adds the whole yellow here, and you can also add that to our swatch. Good. So we have those things added to the swatch panel. So now for us to decide which is to be our foreground or our background color and also our foreground color, we will just try and see which one will it's just based on your discretion. If you want to use the yellow as your background and the green as your foreground, then it can work for you. But I think for me, I think the green will be better when it's on the background, and the yellow will be for the foreground and for the text, so it makes it pop, you understand, like poppy. Then you would have like splashes or something like that. So just an idea in my head, but let's just see how we can come to this. So before we go forward, I want to also tell you that this is a Instagram post size. So this is the portrait for Instagram post. The Instagram post size is 1080 by 1350 pixels. That's in height, then 1080 in width. So that's the size. So in case you're working on your portrait for Instagram post or for any social or for meta social media posts, then we could work with this. So let's get straight into it. So as we want to play with gradient, so we'll be using the freeform. You click on the freeform, then you select each. When you double click on it, it gives you this option. So we'll be using the picker, the color picker here. Let's make here that color, and here this color, here the dark part, and here we could probably make it the lighter part. And we can adjust the light where we want it to be. When you double click, you now can add this part here, but we want to make it probably dark. Good. So this is where the light part is. So we can start importing our images, then we can work with our text later and see how we can make those work. So the shortcut for placing images into Adobe Illustrator is Ctrl+Shift+P. Ctrl+Shift+P. We'll go back to designs. Sorry, go back to designs. This second design. So I will drop this in the description so you'll be able to access it. I want to place this first. And place this here. Now we do not want a lot of images rolling around the whole design. We just want 1, 2, 3. I think 3 should be enough. So this is 1, and then we'll be able to add some shadows here if in case you wanted to actually look that way. So have something like this, and the aim here is just to ensure that everything is placed where it's supposed to be placed. You understand? Everything is right there. If you want to go, let's place it in the center. I think we should place it in the center and have the next image, which is the burger. Oh, okay, I don't have the burger here. I That's the image for the burger. So let me just edit that sharply and get back to it. So I have it already edited now, and then we can import it right into our software. Let me just adjust this and put them probably side by side. Now, I'll be working on shadows. Shadows is something I think is very important to add a little bit of maybe a realistic touch. It doesn't have to be too realistic. We are not doing photo manipulations here. Although I think is a plus if you know how to do photo manipulation. But let's just work on seeing how we can make our shadows a little bit realistic. So we do have that blur, Gaussian blur, and okay. So we could increase the opacity for that. Is it under or is it on top? It's under, so we could check that and sure it's good. So we can also have this. I think we just delete that, leave that, then take it down and bring it a little bit down so it looks, yeah, good. So now we also need shadows here and also here. So we'll be using our curvature tool for that purpose. Now I believe this is not actually touching the ground, so we can bring it our shadows from here, double click, like, click, one click, just one click here and one click here, one click. So each shadow is supposed to be soft. You can make hard shadows though, but it will be a little bit difficult for you to manipulate or maneuver, if the word is correct. So you can send that to the back and see how it looks good. Reduce the opacity to about 40, add Gaussian blur to it and hit OK. Take it down a little bit and let's see, send it to the back. I think it sent it to the back already. Yeah, it's sent to the back. So let's check it. It's looking a little bit dull for me. Bring it down, send it to the back. Good. So I think yeah, it's better. So what we need to do is to have this part look like it's a ground, and you can try. You can do it in different ways. I think if you want to, let's see. So what we're doing will be adjusting this part and this angle or this anchor. I'm sorry, this anchor and this anchor. And ensure you're using your direct selection tool, and then you click and you drag. Sorry, click and you drag, click and you drag, and then you can scale it up a little bit. Good. So let's work on having this color here. That's gradient there. Good. So we have a different blend, maybe soft lights, maybe we use something like that. Let's still bring it in. I'm sorry about that. That is okay there. Okay, good. So now if you check it, you could see how it's kind of blend. So I'm using the same gradients for the background, also using the same gradients for the platform that we're having there. Now we can add more of a light coming from the back, so it gives it more focus. So more focus is added to the image here. So let me show you how to create lights in Adobe Illustrator. So let's have the center. I'll be making use of this bright yellow here. We'll be using radar gradient instead. Click on that, use pick that for the inner one, and you also pick the same thing if you want to, but I would prefer to pick something brighter, not too white. Just get down into the white. Yeah, good. Now drop the opacity of that part to about 0. I want to add a little bit of distortion, a roughen distortion to it, so it makes it look like it has rays and stuff like that. So the size of it will increase the size of it like that, and if you want, you can add extra like that. So you scale it down or scale it up any size you prefer, and we add a Gaussian blur to it. So I think 10 is okay. So that's one way to create light. So there are different ways, but I'm just showing you one here for this tutorial purpose. I think I have a tutorial for light in case you want to learn more about lights. Then you could work on those ones. So what to do to make this disappear? Let's duplicate this. Ctrl C, Ctrl F. This place in front. Increase the opacity to that one. Let's send it to my choice behind it, and you can also change the blend to normal and see how it looks. So yeah, I think it's not working the way I want it to work, so it's not working the way we expect it to. I think we should have it like that. Just leave it like that. Now we are trying different things. I've not tried combining a blend with a light, so I do not know how it actually will look. But I think this will just continue with this. Let's see how we can probably come out with something. We could have probably something covering it from here, so we have like different. Understand? So that is one. Then now let's have our text. Now our main text here is now open for launch. There are different fonts you could use in this case. If you want to use playful fonts, if you want to communicate into bits of fun with it. So remember, we are using just 2 fonts in this case. So let's say now open is the now open. Let's scale it up. Let's use monument, one of our favorites. Scale it up very well, and then close the lead between them, ensure that they are placed in center, and then that's okay. So different font choice, different font colors or different colors. So let's use the bright one here, and you can place that in the center. Okay, good. The center, and then also a little bit. So now we are going to see how we can do like this. So it's very simple. Just come to here. This is the free transform, and you can come here. So when you want to click and drag, you hold on your Alt, then also do the same thing for the other side there. But if you just want it like this, you just go up here like that. So it's not. So you hold on your Alt, then it takes it equally in that manner. Good. So we have this none now open. I think it's too much. Let's leave it like this. Good. So now everything will have to move within this pattern, within that angle, that tilt, so it makes it looks it actually makes sense. So we also have our draw line. So this will be like our main guy for creating this. So like that. I think this is okay. So now every text or every shape will work with this, and text will work with this. So now we have that. and then we can introduce for launch from Monday to Fridays in this just this line. Then we can have the vibes as it. I think this is like the logo for the brand. And then let's see. Let's call it now open is for launch for hashtag launch. Sorry, am I spelling my launch wrong? Okay, hashtag launch. Drop that to this size. It's too much. It's too small. Remember, we're supposed to be using this, so you could copy Ctrl C and you could paste it. That is paste with same format. Ctrl Alt V and it takes the format of it. So keep that one side, and I think the font is too big, so let's drop that to about that size. For launch, please go to this side and bring it to the front. Zoom in. Yeah. So I think just leave this like this for launch is okay. Then I will have our Monday to Friday, which will have to be on a different base. So we say Monday to Friday, Fridays. Or just Monday to Friday. It's okay. It's not Fridays. That one. Monday to Friday. Should we add anything there? Yes, I think 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Like space in between there. We could take that to the next one, which is 21, and I think that was okay. But we could also scale this thing down, scale this thing up, not down. If you want, you could bring it down and like that. Good. So now we could say their phone, is like phone available and stuff like that. And I want it to be like, let's say we have wings, catfish, burgers, and other things like that. So let's just say we want to introduce something at the top here, like more of a circle, or probably we have, yes, just use our roughen and see what we can come up with. So phone orders available, yeah. So that should be it. Let's use our rounded rectangle like that. We could touch the anchors, curves like that, and then we have distort transform, roughen, increase the size, but not too much, please. Good. So that's okay. Now, if we adjust this, we have different styles that we want it to be like. And so that's one of the reasons why I had to use. I wanted to use that shape. If you use circle, it will be different. So let's just have this here. Create that. Let's copy the color here. Ctrl C, Ctrl F. I want to create something different. Now you see it's all exhausted, so I can't scale in again because that's the last result of it. Okay, and it looks like a bang. Like, let's choose the one that is outside. Good. We group them, take them down small, paste it here, have our font, bring it to the front, and what do we say? That is, we say phone orders available. Where is available, please? Okay, yeah, available. Let's close the gap by changing it to auto. We could also bring the orders down. So that's it. Close the space there. Phone orders available. Let's scale this down if you agree. Yeah, so good. That's phone orders available. And then we can have all these other all these listings. We can have them. Where should we have them? Up here. After, yeah, I think they should come. Yes, they should be before the phone orders available. That's like in and like just like an and addition. So let's have that as it. So this is what we do. The first one is wings, wings. Then we have this. There's a catfish. Then we have that. Then we have burgers. Then we have that. Then we have hotels. I don't know what's that, but yeah. So that's one thing there. We can't change that color to good. Can you go up for me? Let me see. Good, good. Yes. So now, for this is where the line brings about the stability. Like that's like the introduction to now stable, now straight. You understand? So the shapes and text there will be now straight from here because of we are like bringing like that's where the transition happens. You understand? So in that case, we just say the menu text we have here now serving at launch or hashtag launch, new launch. So I know you'll be asking questions. Where are we going to add our contacts and other things there? But let's just see what we can do here. So I think there are some things. Noun 7. Do we have noun 7? No, okay, no, we don't have noun 7. So I think noun 7 can be here. Noun 7, let's use white. Or should we still use green? Yeah, noun 7. So I want to introduce Satoshi into this. Sorry, everybody's probably now you know my love for Satoshi. And now 7, break back. Now 7, Satoshi. Now 7, and let's make it bold, make it white. Bring it up here. Take it down there. Then, in case you want to put the at launch there, this is what I'm suggesting. Hashtag launch, right? Scale it down to 21, right? There are different creative ways, or there are different ways you could explore your creativity, I think. And this gives you an idea that this is not part of like it's standing alone. So we drop it to 14, like default. Let's see. How does it look? I think it's nice. I I think it's nice. So let's have that there, and then we have new launch hour. But I think we just need to add our details there. The new launch hour will find somewhere to stay. Okay, so let's see what we can just do sharply. I think we've spent almost 30 minutes already, if not about that. So let's just see. We have our info here. I'll pick from yesterday's upload from previous designs and see if I can just put. We can put our social media handles right here. So nice. Okay, that's everything good. Take it to the top. Remember, you hold on your Alt, that's to copy and have that displayed there. So good. Pick this guy, bring it up. We'll be using making it white. So we'll have that there. We'll have that there. And if you want, you probably don't have space. You ungroup this. We take this guy away, bring it to the front, and turn it back a little bit. Bring this guy here. Let's get it up a little bit, I think. Good. Group them. Come closer, and that's so we can have this like this in case we are thinking of possible ways. So let's just have vibe launch or vibe lounge. I think that's the word. We have this font taken up here, and then we have vibes is Z and lounge. Let's look for a playful font. I think probably that should be our third font. I remember I said you could use two, at most three, and convey your design idea. Let's use this. Let's use Keiko. Use that color and voila. I think fonts and logos don't need to be too big, except you have you are printing a billboard and people need to see what brand that is. So let's say Bible Lounge drop, come up here, could have like something sprinkle or sparkle, but that's not our. Okay, let's just do that. Let's use our ellipse tool. Yeah, draw, we'll place there. Click, drag, place there. Click, drag, place here. Click, drag, something there. 2, 3, 4, 5th. Group them together and let's go back up. So now we need something to like make it flying, like something flying like that. So something like that. Let's just go into importing. Those are importing this guy. I think we're making it fly. So I think the only disadvantage you have using Illustrator to do designs is that some of the effects that you use on Photoshop might not be there, and we might probably be discouraged from learning Adobe Illustrator. But I'm going to show you some of the ways you could maneuver or manipulate it to get the results that you're looking for there. So if you are using Illustrator, then you know that you're a baddie or you're a gangster, something like that. I want to place this down here. Yes, scale it a little bit small. Scale it up, send it to the back of the text. So I'm pressing it for. Then add a Gaussian blur to it and okay. I think we need one here, because what we're trying to do is like we're trying to make it fly. Like, understand, if you do all these designs in Photoshop, you see that it makes them fly. So you could group them, and then when you group them, you go to blur, you go to radar blur, and you go to zoom. So for zoom, it pushes everything out. So now here will be your center point, and when it's pushing it out, it's pushing everything out. But if you just pick only here, it will make here your center point and push everything out, while it's not looking. I don't know how to put it for you, but there is a effect that applies to a large scale, and effect that applies to just a single or a small scale of item or something like that. So this is it. So now you see like they are being shown from the center of here, but this in this case will just be shown here, and this one will be shown here, and so it's making like kind of not organized. So you're moving them. If you want to edit them or move them individually, you can double click inside and move it in individually. So that works like that. I think good. So our before and after, simple design, our before and after. What do you think? Is it good? Is it not good? Is it making sense? Is it not making sense? Let's trim it and see how it looks. Is it good? Is it making sense? Is it not making sense? Tell me in the comment section and I will go through them. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.